Obviously, disappointed with the outcome. I thought we had going into the game. I thought we had a pretty good shot. It was a good matchup for us. Throughout the game, I thought we competed to the point where we gave ourselves a shot to win. Didn't like the way we finished the game. We allowed them to be physical with us. They had 18 offensive rebounds, which is key. We knew they were going to rebound the basketball, and we didn't come up with the key plays we needed to. Now, you give them credit. A couple of their kids, um, Walker in particular, she made 5 threes on the year. She made four today, 4 for 4. I thought Sarah Puckett was a big difference, and then obviously Tamari Key did a really good job of manning the paint. And so we'll look at this situation. We'll learn from it. It's not a moral victory, but I think that we can learn from these opportunities that we had.
Mitchell.
Um, the big thing that stuck out is the rebounds and kind of the points in the paint disparity. Do you think that was just the matchup tonight, or could that be something that you guys have to make sure you keep getting better at?
No, it's the matchup. It's what they do well. It's kind of like we were on different ends of the spectrum as far as the way we play. They are, you know, physical. Shot goes up. They're really good at offensive rebounding. We're more of a finesse team that shoots more threes and play more, which is evident. But we didn't get to the free throw line as much as we needed to. And we have to understand we're going to play against teams like that, and we have to develop a mentality, a toughness that doesn't allow teams to be able to get their hands on the ball, get those rebounds, do those certain things. And it was will of ways, and they willed their way, the way that they do it, and that's why they got the win.
Kenny, 6 minutes to go, you're up 7, looking pretty good, and then they went on that 12-0 run. What changed there down the stretch? What made them start going better?
I thought we made some mental mistakes. We really did. And there are a couple on there that we really saw, and we didn't handle the last 5-6 minutes correctly. And they made some tough shots. They did. They made a couple shots that shot clock's running down. I think they got a couple of extra possessions with some offensive rebounds, and we didn't have that physical toughness that we needed. Down the stretch, and a couple shots bounced in and out, that didn't go our way, and when that happens, you got to dig down deeper on the defensive end. And I thought we kind of hung our head a little bit, to the point where I think it affected us on the defensive end.
Because your defense for 3 quarters have been so good, and then the last quarter.
It was really good. I thought we executed the scout. Fatigue may have factored into it, but I think it was almost like desperation time too. They knew they were throwing it up there, and they just kind of ran in to get it, and we didn't secure we didn't get some of those 50-50 balls, and we didn't secure the ball on rebounds like we needed to. And then on our offensive end, shot would go up, and we were getting one opportunity, and that was it.
David.
This is a game that it's going to be a team like this is what you're going to see down the stretch, especially when you run down in the ACC. Obviously, it stings, but seeing the way you guys play against a really challenging team, a Missouri State team you guys faced in Puerto Rico, how do you think these moments, being able to look back at everything that the details you could fix, how do you think that's going to prepare you guys down the stretch when you have to play these teams night in, night out?
I think we're going to be. I think we're going to be fine. You look across the landscape of college basketball. Everybody's dealing with something, and everyone's trying to get better. You look at scores right now. They're probably more. It's kind of like the NFL. Week to week, game to game. It's all about matchups. Who's playing who, and how are you playing against them. And we have to learn how to will our way. And we're not going to be that physical team that's going to run and go grab offensive rebounds. We have to learn how to execute a little bit better, be a little bit tougher. We're still trying to implement a couple kids into our rotation, and it was a tough game, but it was good. We're going to see games like this a lot. And if you had told me that we were going to be in a game and Liz Kitley was going to be 1 for 12, I would have told you you're crazy, And but the bright spot is we got Asia Shepherd back. It just seems like we have to get these kids playing well at the same time. It's either Liz is playing well and Asia's not, or Asia's playing well and Liz is not. And once we get to that point, I think we're going to be fine.
They really stifled Liz. She didn't have a great game. She did have 9 rebounds. She seemed to do a lot of the little things, but just didn't score points. But what did they do so well to defend her?
They had a 6'10" center, that really altered her shot. And Tamari Key is we recruited Tamari, and I'm very close with Tamari and her family. Um, she's long. You know, she you can say 6'6", but Liz is 6'6", and Tamari is a good inch taller than her, and she's long, and you know she's a very aggressive shot blocker, and so Liz has to understand that people aren't going to just give her anything. She's got to find different ways to be able to score. And I thought she got into her head a little bit tonight. I don't know what she would say, but I thought she got into her head a little bit, and she got hesitant. And when she becomes hesitant, she's easier to guard. She didn't have really a flow tonight, and so therefore we couldn't really get anything going in the paint. But again, like I said, if you told me, you know, this morning that she was going to be 1 for 12 and we were going to have, you know, an opportunity to win down the stretch, that would have been unbelievable to me.
Is that something that Liz kind of has to address on her own?
Yeah.
Or is there something that, as a team, you could get her maybe some better looks, or is it just kind of up to her?
Yeah, she you know, I think when and she'll get to this point. She's mastered a lot, you know, double teams, whatnot. I think the one thing that she needs to learn to master is she needs to, you know, take a shot blocker's strength and use it against them. She doesn't, you know, and she hasn't yet, and she needs to learn how to, you know, give them a little fake, get an angle, go at them, maybe draw a foul, and she's not. She's still trying to shoot over them, and she's not doing it with the right rhythm. And you know, those are things that we'll work on, we'll talk about. But I don't think that she's going to see a center like that for the rest of the year. You know, Tamari's a special type player because she's very, very long, very long with great timing and long and athletic. So, but you know, if Liz is going to continue to play, she's going to face people like that all the time.
David in the back.
Yeah, Kenny, you learn a lot about a team from how they handle a loss like this. What are you hoping to see from your players in the next couple of days leading up to that game against Liberty?
Well, you know, we're going to need to see determination because Liberty's a good team. You know, you're going onto their home floor, and we know it's going to be a battle. You know, it's going to be hard. It's probably going to be an emotional game for both sides, and we don't have a lot of time for rest. You know, so we're gonna probably walk through some things tomorrow, head on down to Lynchburg, and try to prepare mentally for a game that, you know, they're playing well. They're playing well, so it's going to be a battle. So these are opportunities. These are situations that will help us grow. You know, because I think that we have to grow mentally just as much as we do physically, and this is a great opportunity for us to do so.
Do you think this gives you an opportunity to see this team's resilience that maybe in previous years you wouldn't have seen because they may have lingered on the losses?
Well, yeah, possibly, and I challenged them. In the locker room after the game. You know, we weren't happy. There was no moral victory. We felt like that we could have, should have won the basketball game, and we let it slip away. You know, they made plays. They took advantage of the opportunities, but we felt like we could have done a lot that would have helped us down the stretch, and we didn't. We didn't secure the win. So we'll talk about it. You know, I challenged them, and hopefully they'll be able to respond. And if they can't, then maybe we're not exactly what I thought we were. But I don't think we're going to be that. I think they'll step up and they'll respond, and well, we'll just have to put this one behind us.
They came into the game. I think teams were shooting 30% from the field against them. What did you see from that Tennessee defense that, you know, they weren't as good as advertised tonight?
I mean, they're long. They're exceptionally long. That's what people don't realize. Like they kind of went small sometimes, but they were long. There were plenty of times where we were scrambling trying to figure out matchups because, you know, Horston is like as big as anybody on our team except for Liz, and she's playing the 2 guard or the point guard, and so they're just long. They play passing lanes. It's harder to get the ball in. You probably saw some deflections tonight where we got to shore that up, even though we are playing against longer opponents. But we just have to be prepared for those opportunities. But they're extremely long. We understand that, and they're a typical SEC team with their size and their length.
You've done a good job against Horston for both defensively.
We did.
Until that run.
We did. And you know, we tried to make the others beat us, and that's where Jordan Walker, you know, she stepped up and she went 4 for 4. Sarah Puckett, you know, she banks in a 3, you know. So, but that's just the way the ball bounces. That's part of the game. And you know, you got to make your own luck, and they did some of that tonight and stepping up and hitting some shots.
You mentioned a few weeks ago you were still searching for your team's identity. Did you guys find that in San Juan, or went up to Madison, or did you find that today, or are you still searching for that?
No, we're still searching. We haven't found it yet. You know, we're talented, but we got, you know, we got to get some. We got to shore up some areas. You know, we need better play in certain areas, and we'll get it. And like I said, you know, anytime you're implementing 2 new players into your rotation, it's going to take you a little bit of time. You just hope that you can win more games than not while you're searching for it. And we're in a good. I mean, I think we're 7-2. you know, with an opportunity heading to break. We got some work to do, but I think we're okay, and I think we'll be able to hit a stride, which I think we will here real soon.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.